there's other metrics that don't have to do, I want to say, with technical skills that affect a job. Because when you're interviewing someone, if you've ever been on the other side of an interview, the only thing that they're going in his mind, can I see myself working with this person? Because that's what really matters. Even if you're the smartest guy in the room, if you're not compatible, like, no one wants to work with you.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to, I'm talking like at an interview level or like at a job level, you have to be able to be open-minded, you have to be able to communicate. So I replaced the guy at L'Oreal right now, and I asked my manager, like, who was the person before me? He told me they fired him after the 6 month. I'm like, okay, what happened? He's like, honestly, he was good at his job. He was just such an introvert that he didn't say anything. Like, he never communicated, he never talked about it. Like, he was good. And maybe it was a L'Oreal thing. Maybe it was a L'Oreal thing because L'Oreal is such like a European work culture. It's all about networking. It's all about connections. It's all about talking with the people. And so maybe it's that type of company. But I think that's also like a really good metric that you need to look at.
Yeah, you spot on. Like every even in software engineering positions,
is it
you
like
have to
this
look
with
at.
software engineering?
I think it's very important.
I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. You're all a bunch of nerds, man.
No. So
we do look like nerds, though, right?
We look like nerds, but
we do look like nerds.
No, like let me tell you something. So
let me tell you something.
You can't get. Let me tell you something.
Sorry.
That meme, bro.
Okay, yeah. So when as a software engineer in a work environment, what they look at is not whether you know how to do all these stuff alone or all, like, your technical shit. Of course, technical shit matters. Like, if you don't know how to do anything, what the fuck are you doing at the company?
Yeah, of course.
But the higher, like, coefficient of, like, measuring someone's capabilities is how well he can learn, how fast he can learn, how easy, how coachable the person is. Because if you're like a closed-minded person who's too cocky and thinks like you can do everything alone, you're gonna end up just working alone.
That's so true.
And no one's gonna even like you're gonna lose your so something at Shopify we call is a trust battery. And a good trust battery is something that you, like, whenever you meet the deadlines, whenever you do your tasks,
reliability.
Whenever you show reliability and that you can get your shit done, that's when your trust battery charges. And that's also like a way to, like, get promoted, get higher responsibilities, show off like you're capable of doing stuff. So even though you're like the best coder on the planet, if like your team cannot communicate with you, you're worthless.
Yeah, that's so true. I feel like that also is being touched in interviews, right? Because when they do lead code questions, they're not really looking at the technicality of whether you got it right or wrong. I got my interview question at Amazon wrong, but really? I still got the internship.
They look at your thought process, right?
Well,
like how you break down things.
I feel like they do highlight the thought process more than they look at the coding skills or whether you got it right or wrong, right? Because I was able to kind of communicate my ideas very well. I was always just pouring in my thoughts. Whatever came to my mind, I was just telling it to the interviewer, and I think that what like brought me to get me the job, not my ability to. Well, I failed to. Like,
show something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to like throw some shade or anything, but Jimmy did an interview with TikTok. Okay. The guy's probably a genius. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. The guy's probably a genius. He's a software engineer at TikTok, probably a manager or something. But the guy is
robot.
He's a robot.
Yeah.
Okay,
he did not talk. Like, my interview was at 10 p.m. and the guy was like very dry. I don't know what to say, but like, I would communicate my ideas. Usually when you're doing an interview with an interviewer, you get reactions. You get like, it's like the interview is not like just you working alone. It's you and him communicating your ideas, or mainly you communicating your ideas with him, and him like either telling you like yeah or no, or like maybe you should try that, maybe you should try this.
Pick your brain. Just try to see your thought process.
You're talking to someone while coding. It's not like you're coding and you're just showing off what you're coding to someone. That's how a lead code interview should be, or a technical interview should be. The guy was muted like 90% of the time. I was talking to myself, just waiting for someone to talk. At one point, he just disappeared from the camera. Wow. I don't know what he did. But like in the middle of the interview, like he gave me like a lead code hard question. for a new grad position as a first interview. Okay, whatever. I communicated my idea. He's like, okay, implement it now. I'm like, okay. As I was implementing it, I was like talking and all that stuff. And then I went into a little blocker during the code. And I was like, it's not worth it anymore. Like I felt demotivated.
It's not motivating.
I felt demotivated at the instant. I was like, is this how it's going to be? Like, am I going to be working like a slave, if you want, like just not doing anything?
Hey, no, you finished with Amazon, right?
That's a different conversation. But during the interview, I felt like no way I'm working for this company. So like in the middle of the interview, I looked at the interviewer. I was like, "Yo, can you just unmute yourself 1 second?"
Wow,
that's a boss move. He's like,
very bad.
He's like, "Yeah, what's up?" I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm done with the interview." He's like, he looked at the code. He's like, "It's not finished." I'm like, yeah, no, I know the code is not finished, but I'm finished. So,
bro, that's please, such a giga chat, bro.
Please, like, stop this right now. I don't want to waste my time at 10 p.m. talking to you anymore. Just end it here.
He's you know that giga chat?
He's like, okay.
Jimmy, right there, bro.
And then he was like, so do you have any questions? I was like, no. He's like, and then he asked me something about like, he said like, okay, you'll hear from us soon. I was like, no need. Like it's all good.
Damn.
Just don't bother, bro, please. And then that was like my worst experience interviewing ever.